Hi. The pressure is on. We are at, I believe, we are at, we are at, I believe, each of our choice points. And that is why the pressure has been feeling, the energy, whatever it is, has been feeling so much in our lives. I think each of us have been feeling a lot of something, an extension of what I often say, the brain fog, the exhaustion, the ascension symptoms, the transition from one life to the next. All of the possibilities are open to us right now. And I think that exposure to multiple possibilities and options is very naturally very draining, very, very draining for our egos because of what we're shifting from believing into what we're believing now, into what there's room to believe. It's your call. I'm recording this at the end of March 2026, and I think it'll be in each of our best interests to make sure that what we believe in is as expansive as possible. But first, there is work to do. We opened with the Knight of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands, and then the Three of Swords, which has been appearing so much in a lot of tarot readers that I've been watching. The ones that I usually keep up with. Shout out Jadina. Shout out Queen Cup Tarot, who I don't think is on TikTok, but is definitely on YouTube. We're all, and I think this is part of the transition from seeing something narrowly to seeing something expansively. It's recognizing the amount of opportunities you missed out on because of your narrow thinking, or because of, rightfully so, the pain and the burden you may have experienced in life so far. It makes you very pain and sorrow and all of that. It's an inside thing. It goes, and what we are moving into is an opening and a pushing our boundaries to states of being that we may not be very used to. I think that I'm reading for somebody who's likely more used to being tired and burdened than you are feeling free, feeling like you have time, feeling like you have space. I'm seeing an energy field, feeling into an energy field. Please, if this resonates, take it. If it doesn't, then you're not supposed to be watching. I'm seeing into a person's energy field that feels like it's been void of anything but this, like it's filled with this. And there may be feelings of feeling like, honestly, physically, sometimes it can feel like you're too small for your body, or like your flesh is like it can feel uncomfortable on that level. Again, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's not for you. You can physically feel like you are inside a box. It can come in the form of panic attacks, waves of anxiety, depression, grief. Again, all things that do this to you. Your spirit, I believe each of our spirits right now, are building up to push back at all of these feelings of contraction and basically be stronger and better at healing through pain, processing it and accepting it and not letting it slow us down. Because we may be people who are prone to that. I am definitely prone to halting altogether every time my heart gets broken. And the reality is that can't keep happening. We have to, at some point, be able to keep returning to having faith, trusting in something, a higher power, trusting in your story, whatever. You know what I mean? We're building strength. And I think it's important at the time that I'm reading this, moving into April 2026, that we really build our resilience with positivity and faith in the self and an innate motivation towards life because of your drive, really, Aries, basically. And not so much from a place of no one's coming to save you, so you have no choice but to. You know, there's something about that can sound very. We have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords beneath the deck. The Five and the Seven of Swords. This is very pessimistic energy to me. And like I'd mentioned, this is somebody previously fueled by pessimism and like negativity. Men are prone to this, actually. A lot of men really push themselves to very unfair limits, thinking that that's how you're supposed to be, the lone wolf, everything is a strategy vibe, instead of softening up, you know? Oh, and men need to watch out, by the way. Men need to watch out, and we need to watch out for men who may be behaving from these points, because I don't think it's a secret that men feel very burdened. We all feel burdened collectively, but I can only imagine how burdened you must feel as a tender man with the rhetoric that's going around now about men and how to behave around them. So obviously, I mean, and you guys behave like this to each other if this is a man who does readings. Who watches tarot readings. But anyway, we have the Nine of Pentacles beneath the deck, and then death, and then the Nine of Cups. I love the story. And I love that I really didn't have to shuffle for this. It's very clear. Whatever you have to do to live in the moment, and I keep saying it, but you have to take it seriously now, because it's looking like lack thereof is causing an erosion to your spirit. There's an exhaustion here that can really only be solved by the pursuit of the present moment, an aggressive pursuit in whatever way works for you, whatever can bring you to the present. I've mentioned this often, having an elastic band around your wrist and flicking it every time you feel like you're straying. Having forms of adornment, jewelry, even a really simple ring, having it on your hand, and every time you look at it, you remember to breathe. Something and anything to really bring you back, because this is a burnout this is burnout that is urgent. It's urgent. And it's unnecessary because you are naturally of energy. This is a Sagittarius. I'm also receiving a Capricorn placement, but on the cusp of like Capricorn Sag season, so a December Capricorn. You have the resilience, you have the fire, but it's looking like more of it needs to be built, ironically enough, through being present, which I think can mean sometimes being less resilient than you need to be. Moving about your decisions and the way you pass your energy with the question of what will fulfill you, what will fill you up, and only do those things that fill you up, attend events that fill you up. Rejecting calls, honestly, rejecting communication and moments and really anything that you feel drains you, and you're allowed to do that because you've had enough. You've had enough. You're already an empathic person. I feel like when I said that, there may have been a side to you that thinks that you need to always be ahead of thinking for other people. But this time, you really have to be about thinking about yourself, just for a short while, until whatever needs to move through you energetically moves through you. Expect to cry. Expect to feel a lot. Expect to be pushed to this limit, and have faith that as time will proceed, you will be able to find your way on the other side of it with correct intention, focusing on yourself. And again, what fills you up, what drives you. Be willing to let it all burn, whatever it is. I'm receiving there's a possibility of how you may be looking, you or someone you know. These readings could also be important for someone you know. You're looking at a situation, and you're looking at a situation with a heart and with eyes that are so deeply in pain that you think there's no other way to look at it, but there is another way to look at it. And it's going to take a little bit of selfishness from you. And self-worship, self-praise, daily affirmations, daily gratitude action of looking in the mirror and writing down 3 things that you're grateful for about yourself, and read them out loud to yourself, and look inside your eyes and say thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times. Make a ritual. Make a ritual. I want to give a full experience here, so I'm going to shuffle from the Intuitive Tarot deck and read the interpretation, and that fell out so fast. I didn't have to do much. We're at a choice point. What will you choose? Love or fear? Love or fear? And you know what that means. Don't think too much about it. You know what it would feel like, you know? You know what it feels like in your body. Contraction, contraction, expansion. What makes you feel like this? What makes you want to stretch? What gives you room? What makes you feel free? Where are the spaces? Who are the people? What are the thoughts? What are the interests, special interests that make you feel free? You know, when you think about it, what makes you feel like, wow? Preparing to leap into the unknown, taking risks, unexpected and inexplicable occurrences, synchronicities, a new path of destiny. Possibly a warning to take care, pitfalls lie ahead. I don't think that's the case here, as like I said, you've had enough. No more pitfalls, nothing worse. Time to make major decisions. Paradox. Time to make major decisions is a crazy one. Beneath that, you have the Six of Rods, all as well. Paradox, apparent contradiction, someone who embodies the Fool. This may be someone in your life who rocks you into this new state, so be open, live an open model. If you're somebody who's closed off and people try to come and talk to you, try to be more open. Try to be curious and see what the moment has for you. Be more open-minded towards your universe. And start thinking about yourself for a change, you know? Put yourself first, for real. Thank you for watching. As always, I hope this was helpful, and I hope that we all have the self-empowerment and the fire that's present in all of us to keep going against the odds. I'll see you in the next reading.